Hey guys, Kels here, and welcome back to the 5 p.m. Happy Monday. I hope you've had an incredible day at work, at home, in meetings, whatever you had to do, or even like some of us who are in pastoral occupancy. A lot of days, a lot of Mondays are our rest days. So welcome to the 5 p.m. If it's your first time here, thank you so much. The 5 p.m. is your Monday through Friday 5-minute podcast message where I get an opportunity to just drop some encouragement on you in hopes that it would help the rest of your week be the best of your week. I'm ready to just jump into this thing. As you know, it is now November the 6th. We are in full-fledged fall mode. I mean, we literally have received or went through the fallback of time. We're here, people. Fall has shown up, and being in this season reminded me of a conversation that I had a couple of years ago with a friend of mine where I was telling him that I feel like fall is my favorite season fashionably. Like in fall, I get to do layers, and because I'm still on my weight loss journey, layers does me well because I can hide and mask things. And I just like being colder. I'd much rather warm up than cool down. I'm native Houston, Texas, baby. And if you know anything about Houston and or Texas, it is hot 99% of the time. And you get a little bit of time to kind of, warm up because the weather is a little bit cooler. But fall is typically my favorite time of year. Fall and winter, of course. My birthday is December 3rd, couple of weeks away. So this is literally my favorite time for fashion. I was having a conversation with him, telling him that I haven't really found my flow or my groove with summer style and summer fashion. I'm still trying to work through that. Even now, still trying to work through it. I feel like it adjusts and shifts and changes. But fall, I just feel like I'm in my flow. And not even just in fashion. When I zoomed out, I'm in my flow creatively. I'm in my flow. I feel happier. I'm excited. I'm optimistic about the future. It's closer to the new year. And having this conversation with him, he said something to me that was revolutionary. He said, that's because you're finally in your season. And I was like, oh my God, like that is the fact. I'm in my season. I'm in the time frame by which my life tends to start flowing and aligning. And I said all of that to say a lot of us, we talk about cycles of our lives, but we never address seasons of our lives. And I'm not even just talking about temporary moments of your life, like this is a season that I'm going through. No. I'm talking about just like in the earth, there are 4 seasons every single year. It's going to happen 4 specific seasons. I believe that our lives are like that as well. Not only do we go through cycles, not only do we go through small seasons or moments in life, but I think that we actually have seasons that our life will just naturally progress through, and it will always happen like this, no matter what stage of life you are in. For me, the fall, winter time, for some reason, everything just starts to align. I start to think clearer. I start to have more creative ability. I start to plan. I start to strategize. I start to organize. It's just something about this time of year where everything just clicks. And it's like, this is what I've been waiting on. And I think that's the case for us all. But because we have not explored this in its totality, a lot of us don't even understand the season that our life is in. And because of that, hear me, we're trying to force produce something in a season that is not flowing for us, or in a season that we were not designed to flow in. Everybody has a particular season that they just flow, that it just comes naturally for them. And here's my encouragement to you. Find out what your season is. Find out the time that you flow the best. Just take an objective look at your life and say, wait, every year around this time, this tends to happen to me. Every year around this time, I tend to feel like this. Every year around this time, I tend to have this response. And maybe that is your season of life. And here's why it's important to understand this principle. Because when you are in the seasons of your life that stuff starts to flow, you have to create from that space. Why? Because the drought is coming. You need to create your life around producing in the seasons that you flow in, because you can mass produce things that maybe aren't even for this season. Maybe they are for a season where you don't feel as creative, where you don't feel as productive, where you don't feel like you have as much going on or going for you right now. You can pull from the archives of the seasons that you were the most creative. Kanye West had this saying, and it revolutionized my life. He said, sometimes it's not that I'm not right, it's just that I'm not right now. Which means what you're doing right now in this moment may not even be for this moment. It may be for a season that is coming in the future that you'll need to pull from. And that's my 5-minute encouragement for you today. What is your season? Figure that out and it'll change your life.